Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft tutorial. I am Tyken, and today I'll be showing you how to make your own booster tracks that you can either add along your track or to push start your own track. Anyway, I also wanted to show you guys, because I know a lot of you have been having this problem, when you set your tracks up like this. If you were looking at my other video, you saw how I had like a loop right here, though instead of curving this way, it automatically curved this way once you put the redstone down. And whenever you stepped on the button, that's when it inverted the way it's supposed to. This problem can be easily and simply fixed with a simple inverter, actually. All you do is you have your redstone under your switch, so that still activates. What you do is you put a redstone torch against the block that the redstone's on. You have to dig downward though. And then after that, you take your redstone, put it here, and arc it upward towards your track. So now it's automatically activated until you step on your switch, and that's when the redstone torch is deactivated, turning on the switch like it's supposed to. As you can see, this is a really simple fix to this, and that's pretty much it for that. Over here I'll be showing you different minecarts that I have set up. As you can see, some of them are already in action. I'll go ahead and get to those, but first I'll show you this one. This is basically one of the first minecart boosters I think I've ever seen. I don't really know what to call it, so I'll just call it the, I don't know, the O booster. This basically works like, if you've ever played with Hot Wheels, the tracks, it basically works like one of those wheels that pushes your Hot Wheel forward along the track. What you want to do, it's hard to do, you want to put 2 or 3 until it starts looking like this. There's a problem with this though, is it's hard to control which way it spins, and once you get it working, it only works one way. But it is a very powerful booster once you get it to work. As you can see, it will last forever. Well, not forever, but it will last a while even after you remove the carts. But next, I'll show you this one. If you've seen anything like this before, this is similar to the design of our original booster with the original video with the auto booster system. The basic design is to push alongside your cart, then loop around back on the track, and then push itself back, basically reloading itself for the next time. This is a very good booster as well, although sadly it is also only one way. Let's show you how it works. As you can see, it pretty much works exactly as you can see here. I mean, it's a very, very simple booster. I mean, it's not hard to do, and if you've seen my first minecart video, you should see how to do that track easily. So you don't really need my help with this one. But this is still a good design you can add along your track. Over here is a two-way booster, although it doesn't reset itself. You basically have to go the opposite direction or it won't reset itself. Like, I'll show you an example. You're coming down this way, it boosts that way, and then you have to come back to make it reload. So this works if you plan on making round trips. So this is a very good booster if you do that. To make this, all you have to do, well, I set up ramp so it automatically goes back and forth, but all you have to do is basically, say your track is coming along this way, all you have to do is dig a trench down like this, have it going downward, then have it coming upward where you want your booster to end, and your booster's basically just a long flat track along the side of it with these blocks to stop it when you're done boosting. Also remember, this is very important, that the longer your booster cart is adjacent to your main cart, the bigger the push is and the more power you have. Coming along here, I found this, I have to look up who did it. Actually, let me check right now. Hold on. Okay, I looked him up. He's Coburn. That's his form name and his YouTube name. So what he basically designed this, because I've never seen anything like this before. This is a two-way booster. It works differently than you would think, and it's difficult to set up, but it's a very simple design, and once you figure out how to actually set it up, it works pretty well. Though I've had problems with it, and I generally prefer other types of boosters, but let's show you how this works. You basically push it, it boosts and reloads itself. Although, as you can see, even though you get a lot of track time, it doesn't really give tons of boost. Sometimes it's difficult to set up, and I'll be linking... there you go. Sometimes it doesn't always give you enough boost, but like you can see, once you do get enough boost, it generally gives a fair amount. I mean, I'm not sure if I did this completely right. Instead of explaining how I do it, I'll just link his video in my description, since his instructions are fairly simple, and I don't think I could make them any simpler. I mean, I could try. If my fans don't understand his well enough, I can try to make my own, since a lot of you know my videos are extremely simple to understand. But as you can see, it does work pretty well. Like I said, I do kind of prefer other boosters sometimes, considering I've never really had problems with them. I don't know what the hell's up with this. Somehow, my cart's triplicated. And something. I don't know. Sometimes the problem with this booster is it does bug out sometimes, so it's not a reliable booster, but it is a very powerful one. So once you get that, you should be good. You can also make it slightly bigger to reduce some of the problems. I don't know. Like I said, that one's not a bad booster, but it does have its problems. Very, very glitchy. I prefer this one or this one, to be honest. There's also another one, but I'll get to that one on another time. Over here, as you can see, this is pretty much the same simple design with the booster cart and everything, although this one is different. I'll show you how in a second. Let's go ahead and destroy these. As you can see, it basically has two carts stacked on top of itself. I'll show you how to do this in a moment. First of all, you have the track coming over the tracks that's going to rail off, come down, and reload itself. Only instead of doing that, you're going to remove this, and it will fall down onto the tracks like that. Then you put another block here and another track, and you pretty much repeat the process. And as you can see, the carts fall on top of each other and stack. Let's go ahead and reset this one too. Place it on the ramp, and it starts working pretty well. Also, there is a problem with this one. It's a very, very powerful track booster system, which means you have to have a wall right here, or it's so powerful it'll literally just jump all the way across and keep going around the tracks over and over. You also need to make sure you have a wall separating it from your main track, or sometimes it will just jump onto your main track. This is a very, like I said, a very powerful booster. This is the one I use in my base to get all the way to my island, my beach house, which goes all the way up that long ramp and gets me all the way there in just a single boost. No booster carts along the way, no nothing. Like I said, this is an extremely potent booster system, but it is also very glitchy like the other ones. Well, the other original one. So let me show you how well this works. It comes around, boosts you, and just throws you forward. Luckily the switch is here, or else you really would just keep boosting on forever. Although there is a problem. Sometimes this doesn't actually reset itself all the way. Actually, I think I can fix this. Let me check. Let me try that. Okay, let's see. Just move that over some. Oh, right. I have to reset this. Like I said, sometimes this does have its problems as well. You can fix this eventually yourself. Also, sometimes the carts will separate from each other, which you can pretty much fix by just getting up in here sometimes, and it will just force them back together like that. It's kind of iffy, but it does work. Let's replace this and see if that little thing fixed it. I messed up the cart, but let me try this again. Okay. Boosts along, throws me, and then reloads itself. There we go. But like I said, this one is kind of glitchy. You have to mess with it until you get it to work just right. But if you manage to get it to work regularly, then it's extremely potent. Anyway, I think that's it for this Minecraft tutorial. If you want me to make more, or if you have suggestions for another video, like if you can find other boosters that I neglected to mention in this one or something, then you can always just link them or send me a message. Other than that, I think that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy all this. Although, actually, there is one more booster I can show you real quick. Since we're here, might as well. This might be a two-parter anyway. So, anyway, this one is the one I love to use. Let me go ahead and light this up a bit. Okay, it's kind of a staircase effect, so I'm going to have to make a ramp. Let me show you how this one works. I should have built this beforehand, but I honestly slipped my mind. So let's go ahead and... Okay, here's basically what you do. Well, let me fill this in a bit. I need room. Okay, you have your regular track coming this way. This is also very good for getting up hills or just launching yourself in general, like from underground, anywhere. I personally love this one just because of how powerful it is, but regardless, you're going to, let's see, how do I, oh yes, I remember now. You're going to want to do it like this. Just before you get to the hill, well actually, let me come back one, I think. Okay. You want your... Here's your track coming up the hill. What you basically want to do is dig this 2x1 trench so your cart kind of divots in and then rockets upward. Then what you're going to do is dig alongside it, and you're going to put a flat piece here, and then the next one's going to arc upward, kind of like this. Now what you're going to do here is you're basically going to build a similar ramp right up against it. So let's go ahead and do this. Actually, I can just do that instead. Messed up. Okay, there we go. Perfect duplicate, so to speak. Go ahead and ramp this all the way up, and then basically your booster cart just follows alongside of it until you get to where you want to go, and then when you basically think you have enough boost, you just remove one of them and replace it with a block. So basically cut short, and then once it stops, it rolls back down and resets itself. Let me show you how this works real fast. Luckily I brought tons of minecarts. Okay, basically you put one here, then you have your main cart, you push it, and when you go forward, you go flying. Of course, I didn't have this track here. I would have fell off the edge regardless, but as you can see, it pushed me all the way up the hill without any problems, and this works for any size hill. And like I said, the longer your carts, your boosters attached to your main cart, the more boost you get, and you pretty much will not stop until your booster leaves you or until something gets in the middle of the track. And that's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any problems or any questions, feel free to message me and I'll try to answer them. And I'll see you guys next time.